Your Majesties, do call forth the candidate, Cecilia Augustina.
Your Majesties summon, and your faithful servant answers. Populace of Glenavon, into your midst comes a daughter of Glenavon. Hear this day some of the gifts of her heart to kingdom and people. Mistress Cecilia has served more than once as a deputy kingdom herald, a frequent event steward for both Shire and Kingdom, teacher, activity coordinator, and provider of lovely regalia. She has served her local shire as A&S minister, exchequer, and seneschal. She carries with humility the sibling chalices of service and bears the heart of the ram. I present to you Mistress Cecilia Augustina.
You have sat vigil where you've been advised and considered the duties and responsibilities of the order. We ask you for the second time, is it your desire to assume responsibilities and duties of the Order of Pelican?
When we began this journey together, I gave you a yellow belt, the sign of a pelican and a protege, the symbol of a mentor and mentee. And we have walked that road together since that time. I ask now that you return that belt to me. Don't insult the king.
But if you do, make it good.
Kill him because you gave
Our
him.
journey isn't over. It's merely changed. We walk from this point on as peers together.
It is important that we hear from the peers of all of our orders, as all of our orders should serve the kingdom and the crown. Is there a knight who would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesty, I will speak for this candidate. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, members of the Order of the Pelican, and the great populace, it is my honor to speak today on behalf of the chivalry. As Mrs. Cecilia takes her well-deserved step into the Order of the Pelican. As a laurel, she's already shown her mastery in the arts and her dedication to creating beauty within our society. But today we recognize something deeper, her tireless service, the backbone of what makes the SCA an amazing community that it is. Service is not always glamorous, but it is vital. As she has embodied service and the same grace, precision, and passion that she's shown with her craft. Whether it's the quiet moments where she steps in and helps out when she's not asked, or the leadership she demonstrates, fostering growth and opportunity for others, her actions have left a mark on us all. The virtues of chivalry, prowess, humility, courage, and dedication are not limited to the field of combat. They are also reflected in every aspect of how we serve our kingdom and inspire others. She exemplifies these virtues in her every action. And this is why I'm proud to stand here and recognize her elevation today. In closing, I'd like to say, may your service continue to inspire us all, just as it already has in your other periods, and you are indeed a peer.
I'm so
Thank you.
north and the gentler arts, is there a Laurel who would speak for this candidate?
No.
Well, obviously, as your peer as Laurel, yeah, I think a lot of you for your art. You won't live through this. There will be some moments. I'm very proud of you, as you well know. I don't understand why you took this man as your peer.
Okay, we already had this fight, and it was this
Again, your art is fantastic. Your service is above and beyond. So, yes, Your Majesty, she is more than my peer.
Just a reminder of what we already did.
Even got told late.
Is there a member of our Order of the Pelican who would speak for this candidate?
Did at least give me a heads up.
With your kind.
Please.
It is a profound honor to speak for this candidate, Cecilia Augustina. I have known her since her first days in the SCA, when she had that sparkling exuberance that you see in folks when they first find their family. Her love of the dream has grown to steady, unwavering flame that carried her to the Order of the Laurel and sustained her as she grew in that path and prompted her to seek other ways to be of service to this dream that we all share and love so dearly. In my humble opinion, as a companion of the Order of the Pelican, she is a vital part of our future and is truly a peer of this society.
These words do in fact ring true in the candidate's service. We still need to hear from others. Is there an order of defense that would speak?
Your Majesties. Maestro. D'Orleans,
That
known
was
as
Osprey.
Osprey, sends sad tidings of not being able to be here, ill,
We
didn't want to share
understand,
it
yes.
with anyone. Please. As a master of defense, I am supposed to be a loud leader, a voice of the rapier, a visible presence in times of war or duel. You, my dear, are a force to be reckoned with, but not in the loud, blustery way that I am. Your service is amazing, and your understanding of what the kingdom needs is extraordinary. Your enthusiasm, while muted, is still a vibrant light shining like a beacon throughout our kingdom. Please do not change your outward presentation to be as bold and shiny as a master of defense. Your quiet service shines much as Porthos's half-gold cloak. We all love your work, and we are grateful for I am grateful for the opportunity to speak my words for you. Maestro Osprey.
Thank you for sharing these wise words. We have heard from 4 of our great orders, but a peer will always need to have service to the crown. Is there a royal peer who would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, I would love to speak on behalf of Cecilia as the royal peer. I'm laying up on you. Being crowned means that you are dedicated to a lot of people throughout your kingdom, all of your kingdom. And there are some people who make that job easier for the crown and kingdom, as His Majesty has already attested today. So one of these people is Cecilia. What she does contributes to the crown and kingdom in ways that are just unequivocal. It makes for the smooth running of a kingdom. For example, as Topaz Herald, she has reorganized and safeguarded all the scrolls for the entire kingdom and to ensure their continuity. She has done immense amount of scribal work on the spot and well in advance, ensuring that the crown can give these wonderful awards to people. She has created preprints and has been seen at golf boards going back and forth from Scrible's Point. She has also created medallions, metalwork too, for largesse, for royal gifts, and for kingdom offices. She's created jeweled rings for regalia. And this you might not know, but every crown and populace wants to know. She's even agreed to do sanitation golf course next year. I know. Her dedication and enthusiasm to crown and kingdom is relentless. She's already a peer, Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, but her peer-like qualities just continue. And I am in full support. Thank you for hearing me.
We have heard from the testimony of our peers regarding the candidate. The kingdom is based on its populace. We would hear a voice from the populace.
We would like to speak to the populace.
Your Majesties, I am Casimir Driver, companion of the Order of Bat and Ram, the Shepherd, the Onyx Chalice, Sable Banner, and the Queen's Sword Rose. I do not say this to lend credit to my name, but because none of that would exist were it not for Cecilia. Because Casimir Dragovic would not exist. I did not have a very good introduction to the SCA, and long before I was ever first called into court, I quit. In that time of darkness, Cecilia found me and made sure that I was okay. She asked me, Abu, give me one chance to show you what Glenalvin is, what it can be, and that we can live up to our oath of holding honor and courtesy above all. I have learned so much from so many people in this kingdom, and I hope to take those lessons as I leave. To the best of you, I would have never had the chance to meet were it not for Cecilia. Because she dragged me around, didn't have to, all over sight, introducing me to Moody's, Knights, Pelicans, Laurels, and just Populous members that showed me how amazing that this could be. And that initial introduction didn't have to be what I felt for the society. She has been a mentor, like an older sister, like family. And in my opinion, the ultimate example of the phrase that we all live by in the known world, peerage is not earned, is recognized. And I believe today, Your Majesties, Noble Order of the Pelican, you do us all a great service by recognizing her for who she is, not as just a society member, not in the known world, but in the improvements she brings to all of our lives. By recognizing her for who she is, was, and as long as I've known her, always will be.
Do you know what today is?
Your birthday?
No, this is the day that I met Cecilia.
Oh, wow.
2 years ago. Do you remember how? No. I was very, very new to the SCA, and like Kaz, I also had a rough time finding a place.
And I had a question, it was a stupid question, it didn't matter, in the scheme of things, truly didn't matter. But I was so new, I didn't even know how to ask you the question. And I didn't know at the time, but her husband, Master Gaius, was getting elevated within 2 hours, without any warning, of me asking this question. And I knew 4 people in the SCA, I asked 2 of them, they had no idea. So they were like, well, you need to talk to Cecilia. So they bring me to your cabin. And, you know, in that moment, I asked you, and you had no idea what I was talking about, I had no idea. And you said, all right, let's figure it out. You could have so easily said, I'll figure it out and let you know. Or I'll get back to you. But you stood up and you said, let's figure it out. And you brought me as we figured it out together. That said more to me about what this could be. Because I didn't know what status was. I didn't know what peerage was. I didn't know what any of these things were. All I knew was that you had a moment and you taught me. And ever since I've known you since then, you've never stopped. The more I've learned about the SCA, the more you've taught me about everything. And, you know, first off, I want to say I'm sorry. As automatically event that I'm supposed to be elevated at, I am so sorry. 2 hours before, that was rough. I apologize. My bad on that one. But that's who you are. You're a leader. You know, I speak on behalf of the populace. That means I don't have status. I don't have a crown, I don't have a coronet, I don't have a title, I don't have any of that. But you treated me like I was supposed to be there from the very first one. And that has made me want to treat everybody that I come in contact with the same. If you would have told me, you know, I'm a whatever, it wouldn't matter. Because you were already everything, you have always been everything anybody's needed from you. And I want to say thank you. And that you are every ounce of here, now that I know what it is. But every ounce. And I want to thank you for being in our life, guiding me, guiding my family, not giving up, and coming with me as I've learned.
At this time, we would ask you for a third and final time. Is it your desire to assume the duties and responsibilities of Pelican?
Is there a cloak for the candidate?
There is, Your Majesty. Gilbert, read the words because I can't read and hold this thing.
Okay, now we're gonna ask her to look away. Close her eyes, and we're gonna let the populace see this first. There is. The cloak of this order reminds us of the pelican, wings outstretched to shelter and protect her young. As a member of the Order of the Pelican, it is your calling to protect the society, the kingdom, and the people through service in times of need. The cloak identifies you as a servant protector. Now you can look at it.
This was done by Lady Kane. There is over 200 hours of single needle felting in this. She finished it an hour ago. Oh, and there's an A&S paper based on it.
Is there a medallion for the candidate?
There is, Your Majesty. I have carried this medallion this weekend next to my heart. Have it.
You're free.
I did not carry it outward because it also carries on it the laurels emblems, which I have no right to wear and never will have a right to wear. As Mrs. Jane will abundantly but it rested near my heart. It is a medallion whose central part on the pelican is a pelican in her piety. This is a symbol of sacrificial love and sacrificial service. It is a reminder to the pelicans who wear it that they are called to give of their own life's source for the populace and for the kingdom.
This medallion represents your duties and responsibilities and the privilege of being a Pelican. And we would.
Is there a cap maintenance?
No, the capital maintenance is not finished. It will come later.
We're gonna call this the elevation of weakness. Got it all done.
But at this time, we would hear your pledge of fealty as a Pelican. Clear.
Please repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Cecilia Augustina,
This day pledge fealty to the Crown of Glenavon
this day pledge fealty to the Crown of Glenavon,
and vow to provide my arms in times of war,
and vow to provide my arms in times of war,
my art in times of peace,
my art in times of peace,
and my service in times of need.
and my service in times of need.
I promise to defend our fair kingdom
I promise to defend our fair kingdom
against all who desire her harm,
against all who desire her harm,
with word, deed, and force.
with word, deed, and force.
From this day forth,
From this day forth,
as long as my crown allows,
as long as my crown allows,
I am bound to be faithful,
I am bound to be faithful,
holding honor and courtesy above all.
holding honor and courtesy above all.
Let all here bear witness that we, Griffin, King of Glenavon,
And Valencia, Queen of Glenavon, hear and accept your oath of fealty given in good faith.
in turn, we vow to defend you and yours with word, deed, and force.
Keep and hold this oath true. You are rewarded with our favor.
For some unknown reason, you forget this oath. It will be repaid with our judgment and dreadful wrath. Now rise and go, Pelican. Keeping honor and courtesy above all.
We, Griffin, King by right of arms, and Valencia, Queen of these sovereign lands of Glenavon, send greeting in recognition of the great service of our subject, Cecilia Augustina. We hereby elevate you to the rank, estate, and degree of Mistress of the Right Noble Order of the Pelican, to be in all places of honor admitted and accounted of here of our realm, with all rights, insignia, and precedents appertaining thereto. We further confer upon you certain ensigns armorial by these letters patent, to wit, gules in saltire quel pen, and a sword inverted, a bordure fleury argent, given by our hand this 18th day of January, Anno Societatis 59, being 2025 Gregorian, Griffin, Rex, Valencia, Regina.
Calligraphy done by Dame Jane. Art done by you.
Thought it looked familiar.
Pelican, please appear to do.
Glenavon! All hail! All hail! All hail!
Yeah, I know.